Hey, what's up guys? This is Juan Pablo from 100% Finance at 100%finance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Passive Income, Mr. People's Mentor. I'm here for you to coach you through your deals, alright? Credit, real estate, business, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, I'm here for you. But today's topic is about business credit, alright? More specifically, obtaining business credit without any documentation, as well as just giving people what they call stated income products, meaning you're just stating it without providing the proof, such as, let me see your balance sheet or your income statement or your tax returns, things like that. It's just stated income. Yes, companies, big banks will give you business credit, okay, with no docs. Here we go. No docs, stated income products. But it is contingent upon your personal credit. Because this is their mindset, their philosophy. They're like, okay, if this person is very prudent, they have great credit on their personal side, right? They have great personal credit, high credit scores, low debt to income ratios, or debt to credit ratios, should I say. Maybe this person will be good in handling the finances of his business, because if he handles his personal finances very well, that might relate to his business. And the reverse holds true too. These banks think, man, this person has jacked up personal credit score is low, high debt to credit ratio. Maybe they might not be so financially astute with their business, because if they can't even handle their personal finances, how can they prudently handle the finances of their business? Okay, so like I said earlier, it's contingent upon your personal finances. If you want to get business credit without providing any documentation, okay? Just state it. You're just telling them on the application what you make the financials of your business. Even for startups as well. If you for this product which I'm about to pitch to you guys, if you guys have a startup, meaning a business you just incorporated in 2 years or less, you can obtain up to $75,000 in business credit. Okay, if you have a business that's been incorporated and in operation for over 2 years, you can get up to $150,000. Okay, so I'm about to tell you the requirements for this product. And by the way, this is the product that I myself use. All right, and I use this. I'm a real estate investor, so an entrepreneur, so I raise capital as well, and I have more than one tool for capital, whether it's private money, whether it's sellers financing, whether it's lenders or partners or business credit. And I've successfully raised about $110,000 in business credit. So I call this my money team. Okay, these are all credit cards. It's a lot, right? It's 21 cards to be exact. And it's because of business credit. It's all because of what you want to do. This is the main philosophy, okay? You want to make your personal credit look pretty. Make that thing look squeaky clean. Alright? And in business credit, you max the crap out of it. Why? Because it doesn't show up on your personal credit. So that's the goal. And if you apply for business credit, they have harder standards than they do for mortgages. Credit-wise, I'm not talking about other things that come to consideration when applying for a mortgage, like your tax returns, or seeing your W-2s, or your income that you receive. I'm just talking about the credit. They have tougher standards for business credit in comparison to mortgages. Okay, so if you qualify for business credit, more than likely you'll qualify for credit if your income was straight. Okay, so you use this to your leverage, people. Leverage your credit. All right, it's all about leverage. Whatever you have, your resources, whether it's your network, whether it's your knowledge, leverage your personal credit. Okay, so the requirements, so you can get a lot of business credit cards like I do, and just use those as financing tools. To buy you some small multifamily apartment buildings, like what I've done. All right, and again, I don't tell people to do stuff that I haven't myself done, okay? So if you've seen in my back pocket, that's proof that I've used my credit to my advantage. So I can buy apartment buildings so I don't have a day job, so I can create these videos for you. Got it? All right. Now, let's get to the topic. The requirements. Okay? Well, let me do a sidetrack, okay? Before we get to the requirements, let me tell you more about these cars, all right? They're unsecured, meaning there's no collateral involved. You know, if you buy a property, piece of real estate, a mortgage is collateralized against the property, right? So if you default on that mortgage, guess what? They're going to take your house, right? Not so with these credit cards. If you default on the credit cards, they're not going to take anything from you. Only thing they're going to take from you is your good credit, right? Or your good name. But you definitely don't want that to happen either. So keep in mind, if you get business credit and you default on your payments, they will report to your personal credit. All right? So like I said earlier, keep your personal credit squeaky clean like a squeegee. All right? Like you just got out the shower, fresh. Keep it clean. All right, so another thing about these cars, there's no restrictions on the use. You can use business credit for whatever you can. Whatever your mind wants to use it for. But I recommend people, you only use business credit, or I should say this, you should only use debt, period, for one of two reasons. Number one, for business use. If you're borrowing money to make money, okay? You shouldn't borrow money to buy things like toys or liabilities, things that don't produce income for you. Okay? Only use this debt or business credit to buy assets that produce income. Income producing assets like real estate, which I do teach people how to do it. Check out my ebook, the Buy and Hold ebook. I teach you how to use it for small multifamily buildings or for single family. I show you how to use debt, hard money, business credit, 100% finance, baby. That's the name of the website, so check it out. All right, that's what it's all about. Using 100% financing to buy an income-producing asset, using none of your money, no money down, and it's putting money in your pocket, so you don't have to work. All right, so no restrictions on use. And the other reason, besides using it for business use, to buy income-producing assets, is for emergencies. Okay, it's always good to have a reserve, right? And if you don't have a big reserve, you should always have credit cards in your back pocket, just in case if you're a real estate investor, it's the winter time and the furnace goes out. The water heater goes out. The roof needs replaced and you don't have adequate reserves to cover that unexpected expense. So you want to have those cards just in case. And what you do is you subtract a piece of the cash flow to cover off that minimum payment that you used to charge that card for that unexpected repair. All right. Funding in 15 days. Can take up to 30 days, but the shortest I've received a card in the mail was 15 days after replying. That's ASAP. Like, this is the epiphany I had when I used to have a day job, when I was saving for down payments. It took me months to save up enough cash to come up with a down payment for like a small 4-unit apartment building, right? But I'm like, why would I take this long? You know, sweat and all my time is involved if I can just fill out an application and receive a card in the mail 15 days later. It's easier, right? Rich people use debt to get rich. Middle class people use their savings to get comfortable. All right, be rich people. Okay, you also get no upfront fees. So if you apply for business credit, no upfront fees, people. It's not like you have to pay something up front. No, you only have to pay a fee after you receive the cards in hand. So that makes the business credit card consulting firm that I work with incentivized to get you approved. They'll coach you. They'll give you free consultation based upon your personal financial situation on what you need to do to qualify. They'll tell you the exact amount. Let's say, for example, you have a Bank of America credit card. Hey, pay this Bank of America credit card down by $2,000. You have too many inquiries on your credit report. Hey, you need to remove some of these inquiries, which is the way to do. Check out my website. You can either do it yourself. I have a report on that. You can do it yourself. Or if you want it done quick and fast, get a professional, which I have a contact as well. Just check out the website, 100percentfinance.com. And it doesn't show up on your personal credit like I mentioned earlier. Okay? Only time it shows up is if you default. Alright, which is not going to happen, because if you use debt to buy income producing assets, your tenants are going to be paying off that card, not you. So keep that in mind. All right, so you want to make sure you use it for income producing assets. All right, now we're going to get to the requirements. 720 credit score. Your middle score on your credit report needs to be a 720. The business credit cards that I've received, they mainly check 2 of the credit reports, not all 3. They check TransUnion and Experian. So you want to make sure that those 2 reports are good, because that's what most lenders check either. They check either Experian and TransUnion together, or they just check only Equifax. Okay? This is a little side note. 10-year personal credit history, meaning you got to have credit for at least 10 years. So for those young viewers out there that's watching my videos, if you're 18, get a credit card. Just don't use it. So you can have a good credit history, okay? Get a credit card. Whether it's a department store credit card or whatever, so it can report, or a cell phone, whatever it is, get some credit. No foreclosures or bankruptcies, okay? For this particular product, which is no doc state of income. No minor delinquencies in the past 2 years. Minor delinquencies is like missing a credit card payment. You know, just say last March you missed a payment or whatever. That kind of hinders your chances of getting this product. So you want to have no delinquencies, okay? 30% or less debt. The DTC stands for debt to credit ratio. Debt to credit ratio is how much debt you have on your car relative to the maximum limit. So to give you an illustration, if you have a credit card for $10,000, you want to have no more than $3,000 charged to that card before applying. Okay, if you do, you might want to pay it down to 30%. If it's lower than 30%, like down to 20% or even 10%, that makes you look even better. Beautiful. Okay? You want to have $5,000 at least for a major bank as a credit limit. So if you don't have a major bank credit card, go to Bank of America, go to Chase, and get a card for $5,000. If they say no, we can't give it to you, which I have done with Chase, they denied me because I had poor credit in my college days because I paid myself through college. You know what I mean? So as a result, I had to charge it to the game, messed up my credit, you know. It happened, but I was able to improve my credit, as you can see by the cards that are in my back pocket. So what I did is I spoke to, after I received a letter in the mail saying I've been denied, I called them up, I had to speak to a supervisor, and told them like, hey, back in my college days, I was a fool, so to speak, you know, in regard to credit, because I used my credit to afford my lifestyle because I paid myself through college. Now that I'm financially responsible, I believe I deserve a second chance. Check out my credit report now. As you've seen, I settled some debts, I paid it all, my credit score improved, blah, 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 blah. I deserve a second chance. And guess what? They overturned the decision. They say, you know what? This is for a business credit card now, but I'm telling you this for personal as well. You use it for your personal. I recommended this to one of my friends, and it worked for him as well. They said, you know what? You're right. We'll overturn your decision, and we'll start you off with $7,500. That's all it takes. Hey, overturn your decision, dude. Yes, you, Mr. Supervisor. It works for personal and business. I use it for a business credit card with Chase. For a new business, by the way, that I just incorporated a month ago before applying for business credit. So you can get business credit for newly established businesses. I am a true testament of that. So you want to have at least one card that's $5,000 with a major bank. You want to have less than 5 inquiries, that's INQ, on each credit bureau in the last 12 months. Okay, if you have more than 5 inquiries on your Experian and on your TransUnion, guess what? You need to get this removed. And I have stuff on my website, so check it out for inquiry removal. Last, if your credit doesn't satisfy this top 7 things, get a business partner. Find someone who does have good credit and that could qualify. As simple as that. And you can get business credit, okay? But if none of this stuff works, don't fret. You can still, at least you have something you know that you can work with, right? If you're in the real estate, you can wholesale properties, which is basically you get a distressed property under contract and you wholesale or assign your contract to like a rehabber or another investor, and they pay you a fee, the difference. So you get a property, let's say You get under contract for $40,000. You know it'll be worth $100,000 once it's fixed up. It needs about $20,000 in repairs. And you know a flipper, a rehabber, and you assign that contract to him for $45,000. And you keep the difference, which is $5,000. Okay? So you can use that $5,000 to repair your credit. You can also do flips. If your credit score is decent enough, let's say it's 600 or 620 or 650, whatever, high 600s, so you qualify for hard money, which I also teach you how to do business credit with. Hard money can give you money to buy it and fix up the property. If you buy less than 65% of the after repair value, they give you all the money with no money out your pocket, no money down. So what you can do is you can use hard money and get flips. And then you can use the proceeds from that flip to repair your credit. Okay, so you can get to that 720 credit score. And at the same time, while you're doing these two things, you can continue to repair your credit, which I have credit repair guys. If you guys are interested in hiring a professional to repair your credit, to remove negative marks like derogatories, as well as inquiries. And I'll have reports on the website as well if you're interested. Alright, so that's pretty much it about no docs stated income for business credit. If you guys are interested in applying for business credit, I have an ebook for free on the website that gives you this information but a little bit more detail. Okay, but it's a quick read. Just go to 100%finance.com, go to the valuable resources page, scroll down to the bottom and get to free documents. Okay, and if you guys are interested in using business credit for coaching, guess what? I got what you need to succeed. I will coach you. Okay, if you're interested in coaching, hit me up. My email is 100%finance, 100% finance with the D at the end, 100%finance@gmail.com. As always, this is to your success. I'm Juan Pablo. I'm out. God bless. All right, peace.